Hey Bethel, in case you haven't met us yet, we're the Raias. I'm Phil, and this is my wife Ashley. We have 2 daughters, Chloe and Allie, and this is our story. In the 7 years prior to getting married and attending Bethel, I had attended a large church that had several different locations. I spent a number of years attending that church when I was a kid, so I did know quite a few people and had relationships and connections. The one challenge I did recognize was that it was a large church and it was sometimes difficult to get personal relationships and have a close connection with people. If you wanted to talk to someone after church on Sunday, you basically had to work your way through a maze just to get to them.
I grew up in a Christian home. I was at church 2 to 3 times a week. Most people thought I was a good kid, but really, I was the bad kid that didn't get caught. I was running around with the wrong friends and getting into drugs and alcohol. I had a bad scare with drugs when I was 17 and realized I needed to get my life right. I was raised in a really old school church that didn't have a youth group, so I decided to try my Aunt Debbie's church. Many of you know her as the secretary of Bethel. When I walked into youth group, there were these 3 girls who seemed very giggly, cliquish, and sometimes loud. I could not stand them. Little did I know we would become best friends and they would teach me how to worship. They came alongside me and walked with me, accepting me just as I was. I continued to attend Bethel all through college until we got married. I was involved with the youth group, occasionally taught Sunday school, and helped in nursery. Phil and I actually got married there by our old youth pastor, Pastor Josh.
Yeah, once we got married, Ashley moved down to Lancaster with me. We got connected to a really great church, but for Ashley something was just missing. So after a while, we decided to move back home. At first, we weren't sure if this is where we wanted to attend. We tried a few churches, but there was always something that just didn't feel right. Since we already had connections at Bethel, we decided to call Bethel home.
Since Chloe and now Allie are both in the nursery, I figured it would only be fair for me to take my part in helping in the nursery. This helped me get to know more people in the church and form relationships, especially with those who have children.
Last year, Ashley and I felt the call to step into youth ministry, where we both currently serve on the team. This has been a great gateway to even more connections through the youth and into the rest of the church.
Bethel has great programs for kids anywhere from 3 months until they graduate. The staff is fully engaging and very trustworthy, which is extremely important to any parent.
I can't think of any type of person that would come to Bethel for the first time and not be able to get involved in something. I feel like we are a welcoming church, and from the moment you park your car, there is somebody to say hi to you before you even walk into that door. We hope that you can find Bethel as home just like we did. Raia's out.